Dude, Simmons scored, the power play scored. Can you see into the future? Maybe yes, maybe no. If you can really see into the future, why'd you choose to cheer for the Leafs? Unless, let's go! Why not? The Toronto Maple Leafs! I guess my brand is a yell and scream. I don't script these. Are the Leafs alright? So what you get is from the heart. Welcome to LFR. Victory puppies, Iggy, they actually scored on the power play. I mean, they won the game too, but they scored on the power. Where are you going? This is important. Leafs win 5-3 over the Calgary Flames. Yes. Yes! If you're gonna make us stay up that late, at least win both of them! First of all, how you doing? The coffee is good today. And music to every Leafs fan's ears. Oh, Jack Campbell's gonna start tonight. Because, everyone in Ontario and basically most of Canada is pretty anxious right now, and the Leafs playing coy about the goalie situation isn't helping. I mean, it's pretty far down the list of our anxieties at this point. But this is a free country, and I can be anxious about any and everything that I want to be. Now let's talk about this game. The previous night, the Calgary Flames came out pretty flat. They eventually got it back and started playing better, but they came out terribly. In this one, different team. Not even 5 minutes into the game, there's a scramble in front of Jack Campbell. Where's the puck? Where's the puck? And Travis Dermott at the last minute barely scoops that thing off the line, but then it's still loose, and Campbell robs Joakim Nordstrom. And I'm like, Joakim Nordstrom, where do I remember that name for? Therapy about the Bruins. But which traumatic Game 7 was that? Was that the most recent one? Anyway, he's a Flame now, but Jack Campbell's a Leaf, and he robs him. I think he meant to do it. I'm going to tell myself he meant to do it. And that would be the closest that any team would come to scoring in the first period, but the Flames out shooting the Leafs, and they get that chance. They're looking pretty good. Second period, this was a big game for the Leafs bottom six, because I've been looking at it recently and I'm like, I don't know. They're not even bad. It's just the standard has been raised, and the Thornton, Kerfoot, Spezza line in particular, I'm like, I don't know what your identity is. Early in the second, though, their identity was just work. Thornton and Kerfoot doing a good job behind the net. Thornton gets it to the point to Dermott. Now, Dermott has the puck, and if his character were a video game character and there was a head fake button, there would just be a hole through the controller. But on this one, it actually kind of works. He takes a peek around Nordstrom and fires it on. Now, it goes completely wide, but Alex Kerfoot is still behind the net. His office, apparently. That's what the behind the net is known for, is Kerfoot. No one else in the history of hockey. He throws it in front of Jason Spezza. No one thought to cover one of the top 100 NHL scorers of all time, and he buries it. Noah Hanifin, -3 in the last game, having a nightmare of a 2-game series against the Leafs, and they're up 1-0 again. And now the Flames' shot advantage is evaporating, and the Leafs are applying pressure, and they're out shooting them. Minutes later, the Flames try to attack. Riley's pinching. Matthews is the guy back covering for him, but it's actually Riley who makes the good play in the neutral zone. Whacks it off Derek Ryan's stick. Brody gets it, sends it up ice. It's a 3-on-2. Nylander in with Matthews and Galchenyuk. He drops it to Matthews. I mean, good choice. Sorry. Pew! I know that was basically the hockey version of air guitar, but I'm not left-handed, and that was weird. Anyway, Austin Matthews just made me make a sound I didn't know I was capable of making, and I think his wrist is okay. Matthews sniping in a Matthews goal, and it's a 2-0 Leaf lead. Snore, they're fine, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. Before this game, scouting the refs. Again, it's a website, it's a Twitter account, you should follow them. But they announced Graham Skilliter is going to be the ref for this game, and a lot of Leaf fans went, where do I know that name? Oh, it's the dude Sheldon Keefe screamed swear words at. That's smart. Does screaming swear words at a ref by name seem like a good, thing to do? Think he's going to be like, I'll give the Leafs a break. Why do I? Oh, no reason. Puck in the Leafs corner, TJ Brody is the first to it. Milan Lucic comes in and trips him. I mean, he essentially kicks his feet out. It's the sort of thing that players get away with all the time, but we all know what happened there. Flames get the puck as a result. They never let go of it until they shoot it on the Leafs net. Rebound, and Andrew Mangiapane scores. Flames are now within 1. I've heard a number of trade rumors with the Flames, and Mangiapane's name keeps getting brought up. If the Flames trade him, they're out of their minds. And that's how the game goes into the third period. Wow, does this game ramp up? I hope so. It's a late night game. There were no goals in the first period. There were only 3 in the second. I guess not only. 3 is okay. So you like goals, do ya? Right off the face-off, and this was another one that fans were complaining about, that it shouldn't have been an icing call. Again, this is a sort of 50-50 thing. Do you get 50-50 breaks if you don't scream F you directly at a ref by name? I don't know, maybe. But they didn't. Flames right off the offensive zone draw. Michael Backlund whacks it in, and it gets past Jack Campbell. It's a tied game just like that. Lead evaporate. You can blame it on the icing call all you want, but that is 2 defensive zone faceoffs blown leading to a goal in very recent memory. Generally, I think the Leafs defense is better, but clean that up. Hopefully it's just a coincidence. I mean, now you gotta focus on getting that lead back. And one thing that I talked about on the podcast recently, the Mikheyev, Engvall, Simmons line. What is its identity? I need it to be a thing. I need it to have a thing that it does. The Mikheyev Engvall Hyman line, that had an identity. And on this next play, they looked like the annoying line that they need to be. And annoying is a subjective term. Oh, do they hit you a lot? Do they poke you a lot? No, they're just really hard to catch and have great sticks. Engvall applying great pressure behind the Flames net, but it's 1-on-3. He's probably not going to succeed there, except Mikheyev comes in and applies pressure there too. There's a little bit of support. And then Wayne Simmonds whacks a puck out of the air, and now they still have possession in the offensive zone. Engvall continues with it. Catch me if you can. He's so hard to catch. He sees chaos in front. Why don't I throw the puck at the chaos? And folks, I don't give a good gosh darn what you say. Wayne Simmonds did this on purpose. Wayne Simmonds from his knees basically just puts the stick down like, here, just shoot it off my stick. You can even have the goal if you want. I'll get an assist. Not only did Wayne Simmonds do that on purpose, but I think Engvall did too. That's just a great hardworking goal from what is supposed to be a depth line. That's what you need out of them. That's great. So, all right, they get the lead back in. Oh, look at that. They got a power play. Oh, no. And all Leafs Nation just gets up and goes for a bathroom break. And if they did, it was a mistake because some stuff happened. Early in the power play, the Leafs attacking, Matthews pass back. It's unsuccessful, and on top of that, Hyman and Marner bump into each other and take each other right out of the play. Morgan Riley's the only guy back. He tries his darndest. Backlund over to Lindholm. Back to Backlund. Campbell with the windmill attempt, and it would have been really cool. Except it went in. It went in. So now it's 3-3. So not only are the Leafs pursuing going 0 for 30 on the power play, but over their last 30 power plays, they are in the negative! That is as bad as it gets. And oh my God, is Sheldon calling a timeout right now? Oh no, I thought we were past this. Keefe did this a lot early in his Leafs tenure, at least when they were struggling. The, hey, everybody calm down timeout. And it's a risky thing too. Like, it's a tie game. His team is on the power play. If this backfires, if they end up needing that timeout down the line, Keefe's gonna get roasted for it. But it ended up being just what the doctor ordered. Mitch Marner puts it on, but there's a ton of traffic in front, and it's in Markstrom's something. Nobody has any idea where it is because of the blasty uniforms, but Zach Hyman digs it loose because of course he does, and Austin Matthews whacks at it because of course he does, and he scores! It's over! The Toronto Maple Leafs avoid going 0 for 30, kind of. I mean, the one that they did score on, they did technically only break even on account of they allowed a shorthanded goal, but finally, the best team with the worst power play you've ever seen scores. But upon watching the replay, like, did you notice Giordano was on the ice? And I'm like, what? Man, what? Like, why does he look so defeated? He wasn't defeated. He actually took a pretty nasty Zach Hyman whack to the face, like, right as the puck was going in. I don't think it was intentional at all, but they could have easily waved that off. So now the Flames are down again, and they got to battle back again, as they have done a couple times in this game. But, and this was such a big problem in the first game, this team cannot break out of their zone. Rasmus Andersson with the puck in his own zone. Nylander putting on pressure, but Andersson just turns right off him, and he's got the puck. But when he turns around, this is what he sees. Alexander Galchenyuk putting on the pressure. Also, if I'm Rasmus Andersson here, I'm looking at Stripes and going, hey, I might want to chip it out. Can you get out of the way? But as a result, Galchenyuk keeps it in with his body and gets it down low to Nylander. Throws it to Muzzin for a one-timer. Bless! What? That's the worst one-timer I've ever seen, I think. Muzzin goes full tilt, like, yeah, into the puck, but it, like, skips on him, and, like, it looked like it hit him in the face. I've never seen someone take a one-timer and hit themselves in the face. But Tavares just settles it down and roasts it!
Hey guys, it's me again, your captain, John Tavares. Usually, when I'm not on the ice, I like to be building IKEA furniture. But today, I have a PSA. And that stands for Puck Safety Always. Always remember, when you're taking one-timers, shoot them at the net and not at your own face. Specifically, shoot them at the opponent's net, not your own. If you shoot them at your own, people get upset because that's not what you're supposed to do. Shoot them at your opponent's net because sometimes it goes in, and when it does, you get a goal. Thanks for listening, kids. And remember, puck safety always.
Wow, what a privilege to get the actual captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs in this room. Wow, what a guy. And that would be the insurance marker until 45 seconds of Flames coming. Oh! Jack Campbell flashing the leather Felix Potvin style on Johnny Gaudreau, and funny you should say that. Me. Funny you should say that, me. Jack Campbell tying Felix Potvin for consecutive wins as a Maple Leafs goaltender. He is 9-0-0. His last loss was March 6th of last year against Anaheim, and even in that game, he still had a .929 save percentage. It's just the team stunk around him. You know what I love about Jack Campbell? Everything. Questions? Tied Potvin streak. When does the Campbell mask arrive in the mail? Okay, first of all, this Felix Potvin mask up here was a gift. Second of all, I would love a Jack Campbell mask. Can I have one? Honestly, you know, I love this room. I really do. I love spending time in it. Like, sometimes I forget that I can just hang out here and I don't have to work here. You know how great it is to just sit and have a beer in this room? I miss my friends. And I know one day, said the grown adult man, I'm going to have to grow out of this room and make it like a little bit more professional. I literally hung all these things like with my eyeball and thumbtacks and stuff. I know at some point I'm gonna have to get it professionally done. Who knows if it'll be in this house still. I want to steal a little bit of what Edge has in his Leafs little cave there. I just want it decked in masks. What? Yeah, I love Jack Campbell. Cool. Exactly how psychic are you? Yeah, so I called Wayne Simmons scoring, and I also called the power play streak ending. However, I did say that Simmons would be the guy to end the streak, so let's not give me too much credit, you know? Let me be proud of this! I like this. How sweet is it that we snapped that power play? Does it feel like a weight off our shoulders? Yes! And our shoulders don't need any more weight right now. I think as fans, it was weighing on us. Imagine how much it was weighing on the Leafs. Like, you're going through one of your best stretches, if not the best stretch that you've had, not only this season, but in the National Hockey League. They're 7-0-1 in their last 8. But you know if they didn't end that power play slump, they'd be thinking about it right now. And then the puck would drop in their next game, which happens to be against the Montreal Canadiens, and they'd be thinking about it there too. Now you can just kind of play. It doesn't have to be a thing. Did you see Wayne Simmons when he scored? I know it wasn't the power play goal, but when he scored, oh, the relief! Matthews scored earlier in the game. His celly wasn't anything like the one for his second. It's a mental weight. It's just like a backpack full of weights. So, I hope you enjoyed your time here today. Did you enjoy this video? Did you? You feeling good? You eating well? You drinking water? Good. So, for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. I couldn't. Can you imagine if I dummied a gallon all at once?